In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace an ABS sensor on a RAV4 located in the front fender wells. Remove the hubcap. You can use a pry bar or a screwdriver, and that gives you better access to the lug nuts. So we're going to take the wheel off, 21mm socket, remove the lug nuts. When you have a wheel that's stuck like that, I take one lug nut and I put it back on by hand, a couple of turns, and I'll take a long pry bar or a rubber mallet, tap it. Remove the wheel. Now if you follow that ABS sensor right up, it goes into this little plastic fender well. But we don't need to take it all out. It's only a couple inches in. So with a trim tool, I'm going to pop that clip right out, set it aside. So once you grab that fender liner, you can pull it back a little bit, and you can expose the clamp. It's right there. So with the body trim tool, I'm going to reach in there, and I'm going to just take that harness right down so I can get to that connector. There we go. You're going to grab that tab right there and push. Probably might not be that easy with all the sand from the road. So with a little pocket screwdriver, I'm going to grab that tab, pop it like that. I don't want to break it, but there it goes. Now we're going to follow that ABS wire right to that firewall. There's another body clamp. Take my trim tool, try to get to the back side of that. Pull that out, and then we have a mounting bracket right there. It's a 10mm socket. Take that out, set it aside, follow that down, and where it attaches to that strut is a 14mm socket. Unhook it, lift it up. Actually, there's another body clip in the base of that strut. Just grab it, pull it out. And now we have that bolt with a 10mm hex on the top, and we'll take that out of the knuckle. Now with the 10mm socket, I reach in there and extract that bolt. And you'll see that sensor can be kind of difficult to loosen up, so I take a pair of pliers and I'm going to just get in there and see if I can twist it back and forth. Just like that. Pull on it at the same time. So now we're going to take the new ABS sensor. I'm going to line it right up in that spot. Bottom it out. Take my bolt and start it by hand. Now I'm going to try to tighten as much as I can by hand because the torque specs is really light. It's 75 inch-pounds. So we'll get our torque wrench and torque that up. So with that 10mm socket, and we'll tighten it up to 75 inch-pounds. So we'll follow that ABS line right up to the first clip, goes right into that strut housing. Just give it a push, and you hear it click. And you see the two hooks here. One goes over the top, and the other one grabs down on the bottom like that. And that is for that bolt that has the 14mm head on it for the socket. You might have to grab the flex hose and wiggle it a little bit. Line it up. Make sure you start it by hand. I'm not going to tighten it yet because I'm going to grab this one, bring it around, and see that hook goes on the top. Sits right in there, like that. Grab that bolt, bring it up, start it by hand, And now I'll get my gun and tighten those up. 14mm socket, snug it up. 10mm socket, I'll snug that top one. Then we can follow that ABS sensor right up and put that clip in that firewall. Like that. Now I'm going to grab the harness, bring it down so I can see how it goes. Line it up and click. Now I'm going to put that piece back in that firewall. All right, so now I'm going to grab that fender liner, pull it back, see where that mounts. Grab that harness and pop it right in. And bring that around. Make sure the wire goes underneath. And grab my push pin and put it right back in. Go ahead and reinstall the wheel. Put the lug nuts on by hand. Start them. Take our 21mm socket. We're just going to snug them up. Crisscross. Now we can lower it and torque it to factory specs. 21mm socket, and we're going to torque the wheels to 76 foot-pounds in a cross pattern, crisscross. And double check. Now to reinstall the hubcap, you line up the valve stem. And then there it is. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.